So I wanted to kind of show you a side by side of me on the first day whenever I decided to take take my life back into my hands, I guess. And you can kind of see on that video I wasn't that happy at that time, and it's obvious in my face um, compared to now. Now I'm so happy that I have decided to do this for myself. I'm so happy that I decided to change myself for the better. And I'm so happy that I was strong enough to get myself out of this whole food prison, I guess you could say. So, yeah, there's the side by side. It's pretty crazy. Another cool thing that happened today was this morning. I got on the scale and I had dropped 3 more pounds since last week. So I was super excited. I have really been stepping up my game in the fitness. I've got some huge things that are in the works for me. I'll know more next week about it. So I'm hoping everything goes great. I've got my fingers crossed because I am loving this whole health and fitness, and I never ever thought that I actually could. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would actually be this enthused and pumped about, getting healthy. It always was scary to me and just not something that I wanted to do. And I used to sit there and make fun of people that were all into health and fitness and thinking, oh my God, these people, they need to get out there and enjoy life. Well, I am enjoying life. I'm enjoying the healthy life of it. And, all this time I've just been locked inside, and it's just great to be able to get out there and, work my butt off in the garage and see the results that I want to see. And, I'm setting a great example, for my son, and hopefully he'll carry that over one day whenever he has kids of his own. And I just want to, to be the example to others out there that are in the same spot, kind of contemplating what they're gonna do with their life, if they're gonna, just be like, screw it, I'm big boned, or screw it, this is the way I am, I'm never gonna be able to change it. Yes, you can. You can change it. Don't ever think that you can't, because that is all up to you. Don't think that you can't exercise. Don't think that your body can't handle it. Your body can. Your body absolutely can. So it's all about getting over your excuses and just believing in yourself, and not giving up. That's all there is. And make sure you have a great support team, because your family needs to be there for you. And if anybody sits there and tries to bring you down, with harsh words, or sits there and says, don't you think you're taking this to a little extreme, or, why are you eating, so healthy, like, don't you want this or that, just ignore all that. Don't even let it get you. And don't let stupid everyday problems lead you to the bag of chips, or the bag of cookies and all of that, because that's you don't want to hide in that for the rest of your life, because it's not fun at all. It's going on. I'm a little over 2 months into the lifestyle change, and I had great results last month from staying committed to the size and the Shakeology. I lost a lot of weight then. It kind of jump started um, everything for me, and I'm so grateful that I was able to stay committed to it, that I kept the promise to myself. And I'm rolling that over into this month, except this month I've kind of bumped my goals up a little bit, and I have put a little more challenges out there for myself, and I have really like broadened my shopping list with some awesome little power foods. I wanted to share with y'all, for those that are interested in what it is that I always keep on hand in my pantry. Well, actually, not even in my pantry. I keep it right above my stove. So in a minute I'll go into that, but you know I struggle too with trying to, make sure that I get my work-ins in each day, and, that I eat right. And it is hard. It's very hard. But I also think there's a separation for when you actually really, really are fed up with everything. You're fed up with your excuses. You're fed up with quitting. Um, and you reach a point that there's no going back. And I thought, last year, whenever we were getting ready for our wedding and everything, that I was at that point all that time, that I was fed up, with the way I was eating and all of that, and I wanted to, lose weight just for the wedding dress. And I never really sat there and let it, excuse me, sink in that you can't just make a temporary goal. If your goal is to lose weight and keep it off and stay healthy, it can't be a temporary goal. Like, oh, summertime is coming up, I got to get into that swimsuit. And then once summer's over, you go right back to the way you were eating before, and you go back to just lounging on the couch and watching all the good shows that come on. You can't really do that if you really, really and truly want to keep it off for good and not fall back into that where you're having to bust your ass so hard, trying to lose 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 pounds, however much it is you're trying to lose. The main thing is you just have to stay committed to yourself and, stay focused. Believe in yourself. It is all a mindset. That is the most important thing. It's a mindset. That is all. This month, my goals are, to lose at least 15 more pounds. I'm trying to go in 15-pound increments each month. I think that's a pretty good, reasonable amount of weight to lose each month. It's a safe amount to lose for me. You might be different, so don't really go off exactly what I'm saying. Do what is best for you. Just be sure that your goals that you are setting for yourself are not too high in the beginning. Set your big ass goal and then make a bunch of little baby goals to get to that big one. But if you don't, say you don't reach one of your goals, don't just be like, oh, that's it. This is not working for me. I cannot do this. Don't do that. Throw that excuse out and freaking fight hard for that little baby goal. This month for myself, I've got one more dance left on size. Let me get my little size. Oh, it fell. Hold on. Um, this is my baby. This is my new baby right here. So I've got one more dance that I just started, and it is called Living in the Eights. And I am not gonna lie, it is freaking hard. I tried it last night. It was not good. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty comical. And I set up for like 2 hours last night on YouTube, watching other people attempt this. And then I came across this one guy's video, and it took him 30 days. He had a day one of it, of just that one dance. It took him 30 days to finally master that dance, but he did it. And that's what being determined and focused is all about, not giving up. So I'm not going to give up on that. In the past, I probably would have been like, oh shit, that's too hard for me. I'm not going to do that. It would have scared me. It would have intimidated me, and I would have just moved on to something else. Kind of like what the next thing it is that I'm going to pull out here. This was my number one intimidator. So this is going to be my new challenge after I finally accomplish the very last disc on size. I had it backward. There we go. Size. This bad boy I've had for 3 years. I have only done the first disc on it because it's killer. It is very killer. So this is going to be my next little goal that I'm going to do. I have set for myself is to do T25. So as soon as I'm through with this, this is going to be my next baby. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll take place, towards the end of the month. I don't know, maybe another week. It just depends on whenever I get finished with the living in the eights. But I'm not going to move past that one until I get it down 100% and I feel confident enough to do it. So anyways, for the rest of you out there that are thinking about, what to try, if these products would work for you, you won't know until you try. I've tried different, DVDs and stuff, and some of them work, some of them don't. This is just my tool. Somebody had commented earlier. I changed my Facebook profile picture, and a friend of mine from hair school, Chastity, she commented on my eyebrows and said they were on fleek, which thank you very much. They were both cooperating for me today. Usually I have one crazy one over here that just doesn't want to work. I think all of us girls have that problem. But it's really, as I told her, it's the brushes that I use. It's the tool. That's how I got them to work. So it's all in the tools, and it's the same thing with weight loss. It's all in the tools you pick. So right now, this is my tool, is the size, and my super, super fave, the Shakeology. Yeah, right now, this is all that I'm doing, and this is all that I will be doing. Eventually, I'm going to step it up and bring this little bad boy in, but I will definitely always keep the Shakeology in my life, in my house. Okay, I'm going to share with y'all a couple of things that I have just recently added into my diet, and then I'll go into the things that I have kept in stock in my kitchen since day one of starting this journey a couple months ago. But back in March, I believe it was right the day before St. Patrick's Day, I had been reading a lot of stuff on wheatgrass, and I've seen people on Facebook even post about wheatgrass and how it's, really great for you and the benefits. And I'm not really going to go into all the benefits because you can do that on your own time. You can look up all these things, and see, all the cool stuff, that it nourishes your body with. So, but I do this once a day. This is wheatgrass. It smells and looks just like whole grass. It's actually really pretty. It makes me jealous that my grass outside does not look like that. But I take a good portion of it, probably about that much, right there, and I will mix that. I'll put that in a blender with about 2-3 ounces of water and a pineapple chunk, not the canned pineapple, because that's full of loaded sugar and it's just yucky. I use the fresh pineapple and just put, a chunk about that size in there. It'll kind of mask the taste. You can do it straight if you want, but I like to cover, grassy tasting food. Kind of make it a little bit better for me to enjoy and actually get down. So first couple of times it was rough, I won't lie, and now I drink it with a straw whenever I do it, and I will drink that first thing in the morning. Actually, that's the second thing I drink in the morning time. But just blend it up really good. If you have a juicer, you can do a whole lot, but, don't do a whole bunch of it and save it in the fridge because it does lose its potency. So if you can just do it in small batches, like single batches each time, if you have a magic bullet, that's really great to use. Mine burned up. I'm hoping my birthday's right around the corner, DJ, so if you're watching this, I'd like another one. Okay, the first thing now that I absolutely cannot live without, besides my Shakeology, and I was totally scared, and actually I made a video from the first time that I did this, and I will be putting it on my blog. I'm in the process of reworking a blog that I had started. So that video will be up, and it's an honest review because I could not find anywhere online like an honest opinion of what this stuff looked or tasted like. It looks horrible. Not gonna lie, it's vinegar, so of course it smells like vinegar. It's cloudy, but you shake it up. But if you're gonna start adding apple cider vinegar into your daily intake, do it. You will not regret it. Make sure to get the Bragg brand because you can look it up too. That's what everybody recommends is that one. So I went with what everybody recommends. And I do that with about 6 to 7 ounces of water. I just fill up a little coffee mug or something. And I started off with just doing 1 teaspoon of it in with some lemon and some other spices in it and stirring it up and just chugging it down. It wasn't that bad. It is an acquired taste. I'm not going to lie. It's not the greatest stuff. I won't sit here and say, yes, it tastes wonderful because no, it doesn't. But once you feel the effects on your body and feel how much different you feel throughout the day just from it, more than likely you'll continue to do it. So yeah, these two are the things that I start my day off with, and I do not miss a day without these because I have seen a huge difference just since adding these in. Next item that I always keep on hand, and this is just a little sweetener. Sometimes, things that I'll cook, I'll want to, just a little sweetness to them. If it's a sweet and salty dish that I'm doing, I'll just add a splash of this, and it's the organic blue agave, and I get mine at Sprouts because they have the best price for it. But yeah, use this in replace of honey if you want. I know vegans usually go with the blue agave because it's animal and bee friendly, I guess. Okay, another cool little superfood that I have stumbled across is the cacao nibs. They are pretty tasty little guys. They kind of have a chocolatey flavor, kind of bitter, really not a strong chocolate, but it does kind of have a hint. Real nutty taste as well. I put these in my Shakeologies a whole lot. Whenever I make my shake, I'll just throw some in at the very end, kind of blend it up, with it. Or I'll sprinkle some on a salad. Just whatever I can throw them in, I'll throw some in. But it's a great little buy here. It does have a little sweetness, so you could even, if you're making some chocolate Shako pudding or chocolate Shako, cake in a mug or something, you could throw these on top. And the texture is what I really like because they're hard on the outside, so they have a nice crunch. But then the inside is real soft, kind of like a macadamia nut in a way. So you get that kind of hard crunch in a bite and then soft. So I'm a texture person whenever it comes to food and stuff. So I really enjoy that. But yeah, give these little guys a shot too. They're kind of pricey, but you could probably get them on Amazon too if you want. The hemp seeds. These are great. I throw these on almost every single dish. Sometimes I'll even just get like a teaspoon and eat a teaspoon of them. They're very soft. You're not going to get high off of these. So don't worry about that. You can get these in any of the little health food stores. The other thing that I always keep on hand are flax seeds. I've got the brown, and I've also got the golden flax seeds. And I picked these little containers up at the Dollar Tree, and yeah, I still have my tags on the bottom. So for $1, you can't beat it. They hold a whole bunch. I get like a pound of each in here. And I keep these whole until I'm ready to use them, and then I will grind them up because really our bodies can't digest a whole flax seed. So it's best to, grind them up and use them. You can put them in anything. You can stick them in meatloaves. You can put it in ground meat, so your family doesn't know that it's in there if they're like, hesitant to try it. But flaxseed is very, very good for you. And sometimes I will sprinkle, the whole seeds on my salad, just as a pretty little accessory for, whatever the dish is. Um, and then nutritional yeast. I use this a lot. I use this especially whenever I try to cut back on my animal protein. I will, use this sometimes and replace for the cheesy taste, in some dishes, especially like in potatoes. Instead of adding cheese in it, I'll just, throw a teaspoon or something of this in and just mix it up. And nutritional yeast has a very nice, nutty, sorry, the screen went black on me, a really nice nutty cheesy taste to it. So you can also make some vegan cheese out of it, and you do that by mixing together a potato and a carrot and onion and garlic and some cashews, and you just blend it all up. And I'll have a recipe on that coming up too on my blog. So it's kind of fun to get creative with this stuff and find out new little dishes you can try that are pretty awesome. And then, okay, these are bad boys right here, and I love them. And actually, Chastity, the one who commented on my eyebrows today, she is the one that turned me on to these several years ago. And I have used these off and on throughout the years, but I have used these religiously every single day, and it's the chia seeds. I've used these religiously since I started this back in January. I get mine from Winco because you can buy them in bulk, and they're the best price between Winco and between Sprouts and Central Market. You can buy the kind in the bag, the little bags, but you get more bang for your buck there at Winco or Sprouts. Sometimes Sprouts has them on sale really good. But you can do so much with these little things, and they're crazy. I mean, they really are. They really don't have a taste. They kind of have a light nutty taste to me, but excuse me, DJ's mowing the yard, so it's like really choking me up. You can do so much with these little things. You can make overnight puddings in the fridge. You can put, fresh juice with them and let them sit there overnight, and then have like a jello, because they swell. It's the same thing like on the chia plants. It's the things that you spread on the chia plants. They turn to that little slimy little ball thing, but they expand about, I forget how many, like 10 times their size, I think is what it is. Something like that. I don't know. You can read up on it too. I just know they are badass, and I love them. I throw about 2, sometimes 3 teaspoons into my Shakeology, and I will do that before a workout, and I can go, that's usually whenever I end up doing my double workouts, because I have so much energy and I don't get burned out and I don't get fatigued that much during a workout whenever I have the chia seeds in me about an hour and a half prior to the workout. So yeah, these are kind of, oh, one last thing. Oops. The coconut oil, the organic coconut oil is what I use all the time to cook with. I do use the extra virgin olive oil, but I'm kind of trying to back off of that some and trying to replace it with the coconut oil. I don't really fry a lot of food because, face it, if you're trying to lose weight, even if you fry it in, a healthy oil, it's still fried food and it's still not great for you. So if you're trying to lose weight, back off the fried food. But I use this just to kind of saute, to get the pan not to stick, basically. But coconut oil is very good for you. Plus, you can use it on your face. There's a whole world out there to use coconut oil in. So just hop online, look at all the benefits on all of these, and see if they'll work for you. These are just some of my little tools that that are helping me along the way, and I just want to share you know, with all of you, you know, the cool things that are helping me. Because maybe they'll help one of you.